What's up everybody, Kier Gomes here, and welcome back. Now, if you saw the trailer for this video, I highly doubt it, but in case you are wondering, today I'm wearing a Velvet Underground shirt, and I'm wearing it because not only do I love the band, the Velvet Underground, I also love bananas, and there's a specific type of banana that I really love, and that is the Peelers by Organic Playing Cards. At the time you guys are watching this video, you've probably already seen the news that the new Organic Playing Cards deck is the Peelers V3, which is the Gold Edition. I was lucky enough to receive a few of the decks a little bit early from OPC so that I could do this review just for you. So of course, a big shout out to Cam over at OPC for hooking it up with a couple of decks and some goodies. And we're gonna be talking about all of that and more right about now. So before we get started, please do drop a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And without further ado, let's roll that intro and get you guys on your way.
Let's go.
Okay, so like I said, today we are going to be taking an in-depth look at the new Gold Peelers by Organic Playing Cards. Cam was nice enough to send me a couple of the new decks and an awesome Peelers keychain, which is perfect for all of you OPC lovers out there that want to sport the merch. So really nice addition. I think it's better than a sticker. But let's face it, you didn't click on this video to watch me put keychains on my keys. You clicked on this video to watch me open and review the OPC deck. So let's get into it. First test, let's see how USPCC did with the cellophane. You know, it's kind of hit or miss, but it has been pretty good lately, so let's see. Not bad at all. Came off pretty easy. Okay, so the tuck box is the same as you would expect from the other Peelers decks. It is a banana crate tuck box. It is done in regular cardstock, it's not matte, and it's not embossed. Now this definitely does follow the theme of making all the Peelers boxes look very similar to banana crates. As you can see, the V1 was done in a very similar style, but with the back design of the cards as the logo. Same thing with the V2, it just has that kind of pinkish logo on the front, and it is otherwise a banana crate box. And of course, following in suit, we have the new one, which is a banana crate box, and it has the golden OPC Peelers logo stamped right there on the front. The back of the tuck box has some spider webs with a golden spider down there in the corner. Now this is something that you didn't see on the V1, but it is on the V2. You can see the V2 does have that same spider. This time though, just done in gold. There is nothing written on either side of the tuck box. The bottom has some ad copy about OPC and denotes that this deck is one of only 1,500 printed. Nothing on the top and nothing on the inside of the box. So let's take a look at the cards. I'm super excited. Oh wow, these are super soft. They actually look crushed. They don't even look like... I know we're not on the handling yet, but the cards look way thinner and they feel way thinner than the usual OPC deck. So I'm gonna follow up with Cam and find out if these are indeed on the same paper. But in the meantime, here's what your back design looks like. You get that same lovely Peelers mirrored banana that has been peeled on top and bottom, only this time instead of having a teal or a pink background, you actually get this awesome metallic gold background. Now the gold is done in completely metallic ink, so it's very reflective, and this is actually the first time we've seen OPC use metallic ink on any of their cards, so this is kind of like history in the making. Your Ace of Spades should also look fairly familiar. It is an enlarged spade pip with a peeled banana coming right off of the side. Now this is technically a redesign of the original Ace of Spades. You're gonna get two jokers with this deck that are gonna look extremely familiar if you already own any of the previous editions of the Peelers. One joker is just a peeled banana kind of caricature. It says Joker in the corner and has a gold and black shadow coming off of it. The next one is the exact same, but with a rolled up 7 of Hearts reveal that you can use for magic tricks. Now I've said this in the past, I love that OPC does design these cards with not just cardistry, but also magic effects in mind. I think it makes the decks a lot more universally loved and a lot more applicable to everybody's style. That's a lot you can do with just 2 jokers, so well done. Okay, now as far as ad cards and gaff cards, you are going to get a duplicate 3 of spades that you can use for a lot of magic effects. And you are going to get the beloved and ever popular double backer. You can use this for a ton of stuff. And if you want to learn 3 ways you can use a double backer, check out the video I have on double backers. I'll make sure that that link's somewhere in the description, or I'll have a card pop up here or at the end of the video. Okay, now the rest of the cards in this deck are completely custom, and you know what that means. We have a lot to get through, so let's get into it. Definitely notice that these spades and clubs look fairly traditional and standard. The only difference is that the pips are a little bit different of a shape, and they are actually a lot smaller than you would see them on a bicycle deck. Now that's something that OPC always does. They always make the pips on their decks a little bit smaller. I really like that design addition. I think it makes it just a little bit more modern and a little bit cleaner looking, and especially with the minimalist touches on the back design, I think it really works. You'll also notice that the hearts and diamonds are done in gold. As you can see, the hearts and diamonds are done in completely gold metallic ink. I think that matches perfectly with the theme of the deck. I also think that having that kind of soft pink from the previous deck would have been cool, but to be honest, gold is really the only thing that's going to work with this deck. As per usual as well, your court cards all do have some customization that show something related to bananas. Everything from enjoying and eating a banana, to chewing it, to having it as the handle of the sword on the King of Clubs. Very original ideas, as always, and as we've kind of grown to expect from organic playing cards. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? It's gold. It's a very special looking deck. It's very classy, but it holds all of the things that you would know and love from organic playing cards. And that's pretty much everything I can say about the design of this deck, so let's switch angles and talk about how it handles. All right, so like I said, handling wise, these cards do seem to be a little bit thinner or at least softer than your typical OPC deck. Now, I know OPC historically does not crush their decks, and this one might be on regular premium stock and they got lucky with the print run, but it feels super soft and it actually feels a lot thinner than any of the previous OPC decks. As you can see, the cards spring very easily. I'm not really having to apply too much pressure to the cards to get them to spring off. They just kind of shoot out of the hand. This is very satisfying. Here's that new dribble sound. Ooh, very nice. Let's do it again. You know, we always got to do it twice. Yes, very, very nice. You can definitely hear how soft these cards are. It just feels so good. See how the cards Pharaoh? Looks like they definitely go best from top to bottom. Look how tasty that looks. Ooh. Here's what the cards look like under pressure. Nothing too special. You just get a lot of gold coming out. You know we have to do this. Snappiness check. Ooh, yeah, these cards definitely don't sound very snappy. As you can hear, they're fairly silent, which means that they feel extremely soft. Now, that might be because I live in a very warm place, and you know, if the cards are in the sun too long, I don't know if it's from being in the mailbox or what it is, but they do feel very soft and very satisfying. Now, as you guys know, OPC really bases their cards on their fandom in cardistry. They definitely have a larger cardistry base, I would say, than Magic. So this deck is going to look good in pretty much any flourish that you can come up with, even the more simple ones like what I do. But as well, this is a really great deck for things like Magic, as most of the OPC decks are. Minus the gold on the faces, I really think this deck is just about as standard as it would need to be to have a successful Magic performance with a very non-suspecting deck. So good. Ooh, look at all that gold. It's so bling. Look at that. Ooh. And there you go. Well guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode and my review of the new Peelers V3 by Organic Playing Cards, the Gold Edition. I do want to say another really big shout out to Cam over at OPC for hooking me up with a couple of decks and a keychain. As I'm sure you know, I absolutely love the OPC brand and I am fully honored to be able to do these videos for you. My question to you guys, as always, is what do you think about the new OPC deck? Did you love it? Do you hate it? I want to know all of that and more, so tell me everything you have to tell about this deck down in the comments. And while you're there, you might as well drop a like on this video and consider subscribing for more awesome videos just like this one. With all that being said, I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their day. I know I will. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.